Hi, I'm Godfrey Nolan. So today, really what I was trying to do was create something practical. So, because I'm always trying to figure out, I'm not really the theoretician. Basically, how do I take this and actually turn it into something that I can play around with so I can understand it better? So I have a couple of examples. The first one is we'll probably have just enough time to go through that and talk a little bit about the second one. So basically, we're doing a custom flight mode, borrowing heavily from the Auterion libraries, which is where we got this. And then instead of doing I think it was a triangle, we're just doing the letter R. And then the second one is using just downloading something from a GitHub repo from Monomati, which is using ROS2 to identify objects from a drone camera streaming from the Gazebo simulation. Okay, we've seen this diagram a few times today. So it's the communication between ROS2 and PX4 using the middleware, which is the micro XOR DDS protocol. So the middleware kind of exposes the PX4 micro-orb messages as ROS2 messages and allowing kind of direct communication between PX4 from ROS to the workflows and the nodes. So what do we do? So there's some great examples if you haven't played around with the interface library from Auterion. So there's lots of examples here. So we can do manual where you can connect a remote controller via ROS2. There's missions that you can set over, and the one that we're doing is the mode with executor. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through what we have to do to get everything to work together. And then I'll do a little demo to show you what it looks like. Okay, so the setup is install PX4 as normal, install ROS2, it's ROS2 Humble, set up the micro XOR DDS, and then build and run ROS2 workspace. So it's running on Ubuntu 22.04. This was just done on a Linux machine. I did get it running on Windows System Linux if anybody's running on Windows. So install PX4 as you would normally do. And then install ROS2 using Humble. I just took this from the documentation. And then set up the micro XOR DDS agent and client. So basically what you do is you install the client, the agent as follows: git clone, cmake, and then make. Okay, so then we have a ROS2 workspace that we want to create. So whatever the packages that you're trying to install, we're going to have our my workspace. We're going to git clone the PX4 messages. So that's basically one of the first things we have to do. Git clone whatever other packages you want, and then every time you probably want to put this in your bash RC just to make sure it runs the setup each time, and then use colcon build to build everything. So if everything works okay, you should basically have colcon takes a little bit to build, so you should end up with kind of a tree structure like this. Okay, then so we want to make sure that we build and run a ROS2 workspace. And right at the end, what we're going to do is just do ROS2 run whatever the package name is. Okay, so let's get into what we're actually doing for the custom flight modes. So what are we trying to do? So we're trying to create a custom flight mode. For the drone, should perform the following functions: going to arm, take off, trace the letter R, just something different from what the example was, return and land. Okay, so what are the steps that we got to do? We got to set up the new workspace. We kind of showed you how to do that before. We're going to add our custom package, and we're going to set up the simulation environment and then run our custom package. Okay, run our custom ROS package. So in the source directory, basically we just end up custom flight mode directory. We're going to clone the PX4 messages. We're going to clone the Auterion library so that we can do the communication between the two. We are going to add our custom package. So in this case, this is the modified version of the one that came from the Auterion example. The changes being that instead of it just doing a, believe it's a triangle, instead of being a triangle, we're just doing the letter R. But it's useful because you can see the different steps that you have to do to get it to work. I think it's also using a trajectory set point instead of the normal set point. So we're going to source the setup, the humble setup for ROS, do the build again, and then do the source install where we actually install our custom package. We are going to set up our microXRC DDS agent so it can do the communication, the translation between PX4 and ROS2. If all goes well, you should see something like this. Then we are going to set up our simulation environment. This case is just Gazebo. We are running on version 1.15.4 in both cases. It's probably going to work on other versions, but as with all these things, it's all about the configuration. So if you just follow what we did, you shouldn't have many problems. Okay, set up the Gazebo simulator, and then run QGC, so everything's running on Q ground control. Run our ROS package, which you should be able to see draw OR at the bottom of all the missions that you can run. And I did want to do this. I want to show what it actually looks like so you can see how everything's put together. And then we'll look at the code a little bit. Okay, give me a second. No, I'm not doing a live demo, really. You should know, Ramon, the demo gods are never good to me from past times. Okay, so maybe we should get it working. So just so if anybody's running through this, I run a drone software meetup, so we've got 1,250 members so far, which is great. So what I like to do each month, either me or whoever's doing the presenting, is just take something really simple, give a demo so that people can see what's actually happening so that they can follow it. Bunch of stuff we have up on YouTube as well, so I'm just following the same thing as well. Somebody last month did a really good demo. His English wasn't great, but I think he did an excellent demo. He was using ROS2 and an LLM to control a drone, so if you want to take a look at that, I think that was pretty cool too as well. It's worth checking out. So now we're just setting up the agent.
What is your YouTube channel?
It's just under the RIIS YouTube channel, but the way to get to it is just to go to meetup.com and search for Drone Software Meetup. And if anybody wants to talk as well, I'm always happy to not hear the sound of my voice each month. So we had a couple of people lately, which I think has been really good. Okay, so what are we here at the moment? Just PX4 Autopilot, and then QGC Gazebo's starting off, and then we're going to start QGC. So each of the different stages should be pretty easy to follow. And then I'm just going to run the package. And then it should start over here, so you can see basically as it's. So the only thing that's slightly different is that we're doing a curve instead of just doing the straight line. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so the source code, when you look at the source code, in each of the packages, whether it's the custom flight mode or whatever one you're trying to run, it's basically got this kind of shape. So main CPP is basically set up and run the ROS node, and then all the code is in the include file. That just seems to be the way that everybody's doing it. Okay, so a custom flight mode should basically have everything from the base class. See, the constructor creates all the publishers. On activate should do any setup required, and then update set point is called at regular intervals once the flight mode is activated, where you'll actually be able to control the drone. So here we have the doing the go-to set points using the Auterian's PX4 ROS2 API. So go-to set points allow you to set an endpoint. So different from waypoints, yaw and max speed targets for the autopilot. In this case, what we're doing is we're using a trajectory set point that gives you the ability to set the position, the velocity, acceleration, the yaw, and the yaw rate values, which is kind of important if you're trying to have the slightly more complex motion than the straight line movements. Drawing the R is split up into several stages. So each of the different parts. In this case, I'm just going to show you what the left edge is. So this is the code to trace the left edge. We just set the target position, update the publisher and the message, and then the position reach function checks if we're within a certain threshold from the target and moving at a slower speed. So the rest of the code is up in the GitHub repo. I have it all on the resources if you want to check it out. So now we have the draw mode executor. So this is going to create a flight mode executor to run through the sequence of flight modes that we've created. So this triggers everything. So the mode is selected, the executor is active. In the constructor, we configure the custom flight mode to activate as soon as the ROS node is loaded. So basically, it's just going to start as soon as we run the package. It's going to start drawing the OR in QGC. And then this is the skeleton of our executor based on the example on GitHub, and the built-in flight modes can be activated. So arm takeoff, and then our draw mode, which is going to draw, and then return to land, and then wait until disarmed. Okay. All right. So I did the demo already. And then the second example is using, this comes from Monomati, GitHub repo. Let me show you what it looks like real quick. If I can find where my cursor is. Oh, that's not working. I lost my internet. Okay, let me return to that in a second. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, so setting up Gazebo. And then in the background, what it's doing is ROS has got YOLOv8 installed. And then YOLOv8 is taking images from the camera. And the camera is now just doing basic object detection on where the cars, persons, whatever. So now all of the things that are basically available in the outside world of the ROS world, through the use of the micro XRCDE DDS agent and PX4 will allow, we now can have access through it from within PX4. So I set it up really simply, just using a Docker command to put it across. So download the Docker image, run the simulation. You know, you download the internet basically the first time you run this, but it's pretty straightforward. Just following what was in the GitHub repo. So it creates the microXRCE agent, creates a custom Gazebo PX4 simulation, and then it runs basically two ROS2. It runs the ROS2 Gazebo image, which is the bridge, the image bridge between the camera, and then runs two custom Python scripts for object detection and keyboard control. So it's if you want to just do the WASD to move around the Gazebo on the Formula One, it will do the object detection for you. Okay. What else am I going to do? Okay, so so it needs ROS, humble ROS Gazebo Garden, so it's kind of an older version, but it's the only one that we could get to work with the Docker. You got to source it again. You got to run the ROS package, and then essentially run the two Python files. One for the UAV camera detection, which is where all the object detection works, and then you want to make sure that you run the keyboard mav SDK test, which is just to capture the keyboard inputs and run around what you want to do your Gazebo simulation. Here's a bunch of all the resources of all the stuff that we used. So the ROS2 library, the GitHub repo with the Ethereum examples. Thoroughly recommend going out and looking at all the different ones in there. The modified code that we have for the custom flight mode, and then the original Monomati Gazebo, and then the modified one that we have. And also a link at the end to pump my own stuff, which is the drone meetup. So like I said, if anybody's interested in contributing anything to that, I'd be very happy. We usually get about 50 people sign up and about 25 people turn up, but it seems to be a pretty active group, and I'm always looking for other speakers. That's it. Ramon, don't have anything else for you.